Alrighty boys, welcome back to another step-by-step video. Now today's video is going to be on Ace. Now the thing I wanted to quickly bring up, guys, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but I've recently switched to a every other day upload schedule, and the reason for that is because recently with daily I feel like I've been not making very much progress in terms of like my actual like scheduling, if that makes sense, like getting a lot of videos scheduled like in a reasonable amount of time, if that makes sense. So what I decided to do is that I wanted to switch to an every other day schedule, and the reason for that is because I kind of want to build up more of a schedule of videos just in case there's ever a period of time where I'm not able to record for a video. So that's what we're going to do moving forward, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to build up a bunch of videos like scheduled up in a row, and then eventually I might go back to daily in the future. I'm not burnt out. That's one thing I want to quickly clarify, is I'm not burnt out whatsoever. I just feel like doing daily doesn't really make sense if I'm not making a profit on videos, if that makes sense. Not profit as in money, but like profit as in like profiting videos from recording sessions. Does that make sense? Now we're going to get started here on our first round here with Ace. We're going to be playing and watching this bakery double door run out. Now the enemy team tried to jump out from small bakery, so my prediction play was that they were going to try to rotate to bakery to run out through bakery. Now the one problem with this is that if I don't get on the windows or my teammates don't get on the windows, nobody's going to rotate to try to run out from the bakery. So I decided it would be in my best interest to just go back up to the roof, shoot off the mute jammer off of the main wall. And since I am playing a hard breacher here, I want to keep progressing our push. That's very important whenever you are playing hard breachers. You want to keep progressing the push. Very, very important. I say it all the time, but it's very important to keep progressing your push, or at least have like a plan of action of what you want to do during the round. So like for example, in this round, I'm going to open up the red wall. This is going to open up a play where we can walk through ticket to swing for B corner, or for the white hallway, you're going to see here there's going to be one guy in the B corner. We're going to swing aggressively. We swing with the expectation that somebody's going to be there, so that way we're ready to take that gunfight when that guy is holding that angle on us. Does that make sense? So we're more ready to take that gunfight. And then after we take this gunfight, we're going to go ahead and rotate into CS, cigar shop, and since nobody's picking me from cocktail, I'm going to shoot the default cam. I'm just going to rotate right into freezer, because if nobody's holding for this walk up, it's pretty much free real estate. We can just walk right into freezer and hold across. This is going to actually allow my teammates to plant, which is also going to allow this castle to walk in front of me, which is going to give me a free kill because all I'm doing is holding across. There is an enemy player, a mute, on the white stairs in this position that my teammate calls out. I'm going to swing aggressively, get myself a free kill. Unfortunately, the Echo is going to go ahead and kill me in this position, but my teammate's going to go ahead and get a refrag, and we're going to go and secure the round. It's really nice to swing in that position, even if I die in that position, just because of the fact that I'm still buying time for the diffuser to go down, and it should be like about a 3v1 position, even if I do die in that position after killing off the mute. So technically, yes, you could say I shouldn't swing the Echo there after I kill the mute. However, I think it is reasonable because it's buying more time for the diffuser to go down. Now next up, we're going to be attacking the basement bomb site for Cafe here. With this bomb site, we want to pay attention to two spawn peaks, specifically this first spawn peak that this Mozzie is going to jump out of for the red window. We're going to get a free kill on him. It's very important to watch out for these spawn peaks because people love doing it. The other one is the pillar window, but nobody was peeking it, so we're going to go ahead and ignore that one. And then right here, I want to show you guys this interesting play for Cafe where you roar-gate the hallway for small bakery here, and you toss an ace charge onto the wall for bakery. And since we go ahead and open up that wall right away, what's going to actually end up happening is we're going to be able to clear bakery like immediately. We're going to have our Monty just go ahead and walk right in. It's important to note that we're going to go ahead and just toss our ace charges on the wall right away. We're going to call over our Monty to go ahead and EMP the wall. I'm going to get on my drone now as he EMPs the wall, so that way we can quickly keep progressing this push. And we're going to see a mute over on the prep window right here, and we're going to go ahead and swing the open breach now with the expectation that mute's going to pop his head up, get ourselves a free kill onto him. It's very important to note here that my teammate is Aurora is playing the flank in this position, so once he goes down, I have to look for the refrag here. If I don't look for the refrag, we're essentially sitting ducks, so we go ahead and swing aggressively to kill Vigil right there. I did get a little bit caught off guard with the pistol there, and then right here my Monty's going to call out somebody's going to walk through prep, so we're going to have to swing aggressively once again to get another refrag for one of my teammates that unfortunately got killed. And then I do swing a little bit too aggressive here, and I do end up dying to the castle for the hallway in this position, but luckily my Amaru was actually walking down red in that position, so he just swings aggressively for the hallway to get my refrag, so it's just a very easy round to secure right there. Now next up we're going to be attacking the office exhibition bomb site on Skyscraper here for the second floor. Now it's important to note here that typically how I like to start this push is that I like to get open the main wall with EMPs or ash charges underneath for anybody that can get the bandits or arcade claws off of the main wall off rip, and then I usually will rotate towards a backside push. However, I do think recently in my gameplay I have been thinking about just chalking the main wall completely and just focusing purely on going for some kind of backside push completely. So what you're going to see here in this specific round is I'm going to go ahead and hold the run out. I'm basically calling over my Monty once again here to grab some EMPs for the main wall here. I'm having him rotate over right now to EMP the wall. Now, it's really important to note here, I tossed my ace charges a little bit too high here. This actually opens up an opportunity for bandit to bandit trick without really any fear of getting swung on the breach. So he's able to just bandit trick my ace charges right off, but that's okay because we're gonna, like I said, our main goal of this push is to do a backside push, and the reason why I say it's probably not that important to get open that main wall is because we could use those ace charges later on for a better backside push where we could open up into Samurai. When I say Samurai, I mean exhibition bomb site. That's what I mean basically. You can open it up either from the terrace side or you can open it up from dragon side. Either or is good. Once you open up those walls, it's very hard for enemy team to win from that position. Now right here, you're going to see my Monty's pushing up for Shrine in this position. I'm being a little bit safe here because I was expecting to swing, but what ended up happening is these guys ended up lining up. They were looking like really aggressive, really hungry for a kill for my Monty, so I was able to just line them up and get myself a free double kill right there. Now my teammate actually called out that Legion was inside a drum, so I expected him to rotate T, but he didn't end up rotating T. He actually ended up rotating into terrace here. So what I decided to do here is I'm going to go ahead and play with my Monty in this 1v2 position, and we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a very easy kill for Legion in this position. The Goyle got gunfire towards him. That's the reason why he didn't swing in that position to kill my Monty, if that makes sense. Now right here, we're going to go ahead and open up the wall. We're going to go ahead and keep pushing next to our Monty here. The reason why I shoot, by the way, so that way I can go ahead and mask audio of myself being on this doorway, and then we're going to go ahead and just walk in. We're going to reload behind the minibar, and then we're going to expect this guy to wide swing us, so that way we can go ahead and get ourselves a very easy kill on him. Now there is a world where I die in this position. My Monty's left in the 1v1. However, that gunfight that I took with Goyo is very expected, if that makes sense, because he has to swing me aggressively to put it into a 1v1 position. So that's a very expected gunfight because it's the only real route that he has to win the position. Does that make sense? So you always want to think about it from the enemy team's position. I was just comfortable taking that 1v1 gunfight. However, I could have just let my Monty get behind him in that position to make it a lot easier to secure the round. I want you guys to understand is that I'm not a perfect player. I do always think that I could play better myself when I am taking these gunfights, these positions, but I want to try to walk you guys through my mindset as much as I can, especially with that 1v1 gunfight with Goyo. It's just a gunfight that I'm comfortable taking, but I do believe heavily that if we really want to win and it's like a tournament type of setting, then I can just play the 2v1 with my Monty in that position, and it's just very easy to win from there. Now I'm going to try my hardest to explain what's going through my head in this position on this next round here. We're actually going to be attacking the bedroom bomb site. I start the round by opening up the CCTV wall in this position, and the reason why I'm doing that is because we want to make a position where we can go in through garage to open up the garage wall since they have it reinforced, and we can start a CC to cash position to construction to bedroom eventually, or lodging. Now you're gonna see here I'm gonna go ahead and open up the garage wall. Now right here is a slight blunder on my part. I'm actually supposed to open up the far left of this wall, and the reason for that is so that way I prevent people from swinging aggressively for cash. And then what's gonna actually end up happening here is I actually don't notice it, but one of my other teammates actually already took cash control in this position, so I'm gonna go ahead and just rotate in right here. But I want you guys to remember that earlier in the round, one of my teammates decided to Vigil on the first floor here. So we're going to expect Vigil to be flanking up red in this position. And we're going to go ahead and injure him on a wide swing here for red, because we're just expecting him to look for the flank. Now, unfortunately, two of my teammates are going to go ahead and go down here. One of them is going to die to Logi, one of them is going to die bedroom. So we know where the last two guys are in this position. One's in Logi, one's in bedroom. Now, in this position, the Logi guy is going to get a little bit too hyper aggressive on me, and I'm going to go ahead and get myself a very easy refrag to put us into a 2v1 position. Now, in this this position, it'd be much better to have Thermite have the diffuser in this position. However, it still kind of works to kind of fake him out in this position, because all my Thermite has to do is jump in and pretend like he's going for a default plant, because that's going to open up an opportunity for me to basically swing for cover, basically. And even though he doesn't have diffuser, it still kind of works, because I'm going to be able to swing aggressively to get the refrag and secure the round right there. I know he didn't jump in, but the idea is that he just needs to pull the pressure off of me so I can walk in for the refrag, and that's pretty much it. But hope you guys enjoyed.